Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. This final match of the day is between the Toccoa Falls College Screaming Eagles and your PCC Lady Eagles. At this time, please stand for prayer.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. I thank you for the safety you provided for both teams so far. I pray that you keep them safe in this field today and do everything to your honor and your glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting today for Toccoa Falls, number 1, Jaden Gerard. Number 2, Peja Strauss. Number 3, Annabelle King. Number 8, Michaela Thompson. Number 11, Kira Giberson. Number 12, Allie Brock. And number 15, Kylie Giberson. The Screaming Eagles are led by Coach Katie Sheen. And now the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. A sophomore from Heartland, Maine, number 2, Hope Brooks. A sophomore from Destin, Florida, number 4, Helen Payton. A senior from Houston, Texas, number 6, Grace Liu. A senior from Pensacola, Florida, number 13, Allie Whiting. A sophomore from Bucks County, Pennsylvania, number 14, Lissy Metzger. A freshman from Hampton, Georgia, number 15, Sydney Anderson. And a sophomore from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, number 16, Megan Kinsey. The Lady Eagles are led by Coach Kayla Oman with assistant coach Carissa Aiken.
Welcome back to the Nest for this afternoon match. For the final match of today's tri-match between Andrew College, Toccoa Falls College, and of course your PCC Lady Eagles. The Lady Eagles will be finishing off today facing the NCCAA South Region opponent, Toccoa Falls. And we are thrilled to welcome you back to the Nest, the home of Pensacola Christian College Eagles. I am Carrie Ordway, and Garrett Ordway will be joining me today on the commentary.
All right, Carrie, we are looking forward to this third match. Lady Eagles taking care of business earlier today in 3 sets against Andrew College. Carrie, matching up against a South Region opponent in this final match today. What are you looking for out of the Lady Eagles?
You're looking for a lot of smart, informed play. These are two teams that have faced each other so many times throughout the years, as being an in-region and conference opponent. They see quite a bit of each other. So these are teams who are very familiar with with their opponent's strengths, with their opponent's weaknesses. And so really looking for some smart play to see if they can capitalize on this knowledge that they have of their opponent.
Right, and the Lady Eagles did defeat Toccoa earlier this year. And so we'll be looking for them to continue that play in this afternoon's match. Helen Payton, the setter, will be back to serve. And she'll get things started for us here. Good one dug up in the air by Toccoa. Outside attack, Brooks gets it to Payton. There's Kinsey in the middle. And we did have a touch awarded for the Lady Eagles point. First point of the set goes their way.
It was a good, strong swing by Kinsey to get the Eagles started off on a good note. Definitely an emphatic point.
We'd like to see them get the middles going earlier. That should open up some looks on the outside as the set goes on. Payton with the service error will enter Willette for Toccoa. Annabelle King leaves, and it'll send Giberson to serve. Back set, Metzger on the right side, gets the kill. And I think we're having a quick conversation. I think the head official might have seen something different than his line judge. And so we'll take a quick conversation.
It's always nice here in the early stages of the match to be working through those so that you have those wrinkles worked out before it's quite, set point or match point.
With that point awarded, Metzger will head back to serve. Lou will exit. Olivia Boyd will enter in the front row. Good swing on the right side there from Metzger.
Mm-hmm. Good strong swing down the line. Good placement as well.
Oh, and off speed. Just over the block in front of that back row. Hard to read that one. And Kylie Giberson will now head back to serve for Toccoa. Oh, you don't see that too often from Brooks.
We're really going to see a lot of testing of both of these teams' mental strength throughout the course of this match. Both of these teams, as we've already mentioned, very familiar opponents to one another. They know exactly what to expect from the other team. But also, both of these teams have already played one match today. So it's going to be a question of making sure that they can keep their mind engaged with the task at hand, especially for the Lady Eagles in that, they've already faced Toccoa Falls this season and they've had good success against the Toccoa Falls opponent as an opponent. So making sure they stay engaged throughout, maintaining a high level of play.
That swing from Toccoa finds a hole in the Eagles' defense, and it'll send Paige Schaus to serve. Boyd, Peyton, back to Boyd. Splits the block, overpass. Right there in the middle for Anderson. A quick offense there from the Lady Eagles.
And, a quick offense starting with the defense, getting that pass up. It was a good, sharp, crisp, but also quick pass up to Peyton.
Whiting will serve. And she earns the ace. 5-4 Lady Eagles lead this first set. The overpass, Anderson.
We've seen Anderson really take advantage of those overpasses, and those are at some points difficult to time. It's a little bit different from your normal setup, but Anderson really timing those well and getting a good full strong swing.
Avoiding a net violation. Sometimes you want to hit it so badly you follow through a little bit too much. Here's the offense, though, for the Lady Eagles this time. Tipped over. Boyd, I think, just got into the net. Oh, they're calling it an Anderson.
Talking about getting a little excited, making sure you're following the play. Sometimes catching that net, though.
Whiting, oh, she overpasses it, but Peyton is there. Anderson goes on two. In the middle, Anderson! Leading the nation in blocks, we see why.
As a setter, you're always trying to think of running an offense that will create a one-on-one matchup between your hitter, and you're hoping to get your one hitter only going up against one person blocking. But we've seen so often when other teams get this one-on-one matchup, but it's a one-on-one matchup with Anderson, it's not quite the one-on-one matchup that they were hoping to get.
And we're going to get a replay there. The up official called a back row attack, but the setter was in the front row. And so we'll start that one over. There it was again.
That one-on-one matchup, but Anderson readily handling that attack.
And Toccoa is asking for the previous point, why it was a replay and not a point that went their way. And so we're getting an explanation resolved, and it'll be Lou back to serve. Lou, Peyton, Brooks in the back row, Whiting, Anderson, Metzger in the front row. A strong rotation for the Lady Eagles. We saw in the matches against Andrew, Lou able to really use this with her consistent serving to rack up some points for the Lady Eagles. Setting up the offense here, Metzger with the tip, and it scores.
Super smart play from Metzger. An opponent like Toccoa Falls, who's used to seeing just these stereotypical big swings out of Metzger that we've come to expect, with an opponent like that who's expecting that, to be able to switch it up and place a soft tip really gives the defense something to consider.
Oh, and that one off the hands. I'm sorry, a net violation there by Anderson gives the point over to Toccoa. Michaela Thompson will head back to serve. Mariah Klinger exiting. That one a little low into the net. And Megan Kinsey will enter for the Lady Eagles. Anderson with a good serve. A lot of system. Oh, blocked by Kinsey, but it falls on the Lady Eagles side.
We see Kinsey doing the hard part of blocking correctly there, reading it, timing it well, just following through, pushing that ball back over the net is that final piece of that puzzle.
Back set. Line judge calling a tip. And it's a point for Lady Eagles. Yeah, Lady Eagles on the court, all they're asking for it, and the line judge on our side saw it as well.
That was an interesting slide attack. Typically when you see that approach, you see a sharp cross-court attack. But Kinsey actually pointed that the other direction, opposite of the direction her body was going.
Yeah, maybe a little inside of where she would normally hit a slide from. And that serve results in an ace for Peyton. 12-7. Lady Eagles lead early in this first set. Oh, a good one. And a free ball coming. Deep, too deep. (13-7) lead. Dug up by Toccoa. Oh, Brooks was there, but unable to get it up. Kylie Giberson with the kill.
And we saw with Brooks there the same thing that I just mentioned with Kinsey. She did the hard part well, reading that attack, being in position.
Lou to Peyton, outside Whiting. With that first attack being on the outside, she earns the kill. Metzger with the serve. Handled by Toccoa. Oh, a little over the head of the middle, but in front of the outside. It ends up going to Kinsey on the Lady Eagles. She gets the kill. Lady Eagles extending their lead. Toccoa will take a timeout. right, 15-8, Lady Eagles lead. Metzger to serve. Into the net, though. And Toccoa will head back to serve. Brooks, Peyton. Oh.
Little miscommunication on that one. It was a good play call, just not quite executed as well as you would like to see.
Metzger, Peyton, Kinsey unable to get that one over, and Toccoa has responded out of that timeout with a few quick points. Seems like the Lady Eagles just got a little off kilter all of a sudden. There's a good pass from Boyd. Back to Boyd. The overpass, Metzger to Peyton. There's for Kinsey, off some hands. Roll over, Metzger's there. Back set for Whiting. Big swing, and she gets the kill.
Eagles doing a great job with, so many players touching the ball in that volley of taking back control of the game, being more purposeful with their attacks, proactive rather than reactive.
Harrison enters for Toccoa and gets the serve receive off the hands of Anderson. Ooh, good job from Boyd. That's last year the Lady Eagles started in their warm-ups those kind of back row passes to their attackers, and we saw it pay off there for Boyd.
Your out-of-system attacks, because those are going to happen. Ideally you always want to have in-system play, but of course that's not going to happen. So making sure that you can still execute a strong offense even in an out-of-system play is something that separates different levels of teams.
(17-12), Lady Eagles lead. Short, though, and it'll send Whiting back to serve. Boyd, Peyton, Anderson in the front row. Whiting, Metzger, and Brooks in the back. Tipped by Toccoa, but not over. And the Lady Eagles lead 19-12. Just long from the Lady Eagles. Serve over there from Willette. Boyd gets the swing off some hands. Wide for Toccoa's attack. Looking for a touch. None seen there. And point for the Lady Eagles, 2013. Lou back to serve. Handled by Toccoa. A little bit of a roll from the back row. Peyton wide for Metzger. Good swing off Harrison, and the Eagles score.
You mentioned these out-of-system plays, and one thing that you'll notice with the outside hitters, with these out-of-system plays, they always make sure that they back up far enough so that wherever the ball is being set, the ball's in front of them. That helps make sure that they keep that ball in their line of sight. But you'll see the better outside hitters making those subtle adjustments, especially for out-of-system plays.
All right, Anderson was there on the block. Not needed as Toccoa's attack went long. 22-13, kind of dumped over. Ends up in kind of a joust position, and it goes the Lady Eagles' way. It's a nice feeling to have a dominant player like Anderson on those joust in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. And that takes so much pressure off of your back row defense.
Whiting, Peyton, here's Metzger, left-handed. Off the hands of Anderson. Peyton. Anderson on the slide. Dug up by Toccoa. There in the middle. Pushed long. Brooks gets it to Peyton. Here's Metzger again. This time off the block and down. Point for the Lady Eagles. 24-13. Back and forth early, but the Lady Eagles have pulled away. They'll look to close it out here. Deep played, though, by Toccoa. Back set. Around the block and just out of the diving reach of Whiting. Couple of substitutions for Toccoa. Set point number 2 for the Lady Eagles. Lou, Peyton. Another left-handed attempt there from Metzger. Works out again, though, 25-14. And Lady Eagles take set 1. We'll be back after a brief break for set 2. All right, welcome back to the Nest. The Lady Eagles taking that first set 25-14 over Toccoa Falls. Carrie, what'd you like in that first set?
I think overall the Lady Eagles did a really good job of maintaining a pretty consistent level of play throughout the match. There weren't too many runs that they let Toccoa go on, so I think that's definitely a positive. I think looking ahead toward this set, just working on reducing some of those unforced errors, but overall a pretty solid set out of the Lady Eagles for the first one.
Metzger got the kill off the right side there to start, using that first offense effectively, and she'll head back to serve. Oh, that one found the end line. Service ace. Dipped just at the last moment. Outside attack, and Whiting unable to get over the net there on that block.
And you see Whiting reacting to that one. She's recognizing it, looking back over to her coach, extending her hands out.
That serve sails long, and we'll see a lineup change. Harrison in for Giberson for Toccoa. Brooks back to serve. Eagles lead 3-1. Good serve, tight. Off the block, and the Lady Eagles score.
You know, that was a strong serve that was handled well by Toccoa. And as a team, when you have that good pass on a strong serve, that was a good set, a good swing. But to then have that good swing completely stuffed by the Lady Eagles block, you know, that takes a lot of momentum and energy out of your play.
Both Boyd and Anderson over on that side for the block. But the service error gives it back to Schaus for Toccoa. That one long. And she'll exit for English. Whiting serving. In the net and down. Ace for Allie Whiting. Good serve, another one.
Whiting going right back to the same spot, continuing to apply that pressure on the opposite side of the court from where she's serving.
So maybe a slight change in the serve receive here for Toccoa. And Whiting will get this one away. English gets it up, tipped over, dug up, still up. Great hustle by the Lady Eagles. Brooks gives the free ball. Back set, the block is there off the Anderson and out.
Great defensive play by Anderson there, managing to stick an arm up and get that ball before it hit the net, giving her team a much better opportunity to make a play on it.
Okay, good work there by Peyton. Brooks gets it wide to Boyd. Dug way up in the air, but out. And Lady Eagles take an 8-3 lead. Wait a second, ball on the court. And we are ready for the serve from Lou. That one low and into the net. Uncharacteristic there from Lou. Giberson in. Annabelle King in for Klinger for Toccoa Falls. Whiting up high to Peyton. Wide for Metzger. Little hands there. A swing out of the back row. Brooks got there. Peyton gives it to Metzger again. This time rolled. Still up. And Toccoa Falls will get the swing. Peyton gives it to Anderson. Tips and scores.
Two great plays there from Metzger and Anderson, who both obviously have demonstrated their ability to just absolutely hit the ball so hard, but both of them choosing instead to take a little bit off of their attack, ending in success for both of them.
Tipped over. Whiting is there. Peyton gives it to Metzger. Dug up, still up. Tight. Off some hands and down. Point for Toccoa Falls. Gerard to serve for Toccoa. In the middle, Kinsey, played up by Toccoa. Wide, off the hands of Kinsey, tipped deep. Whiting was there, Lou was there. And this one, it stayed inside the antenna but killed on the overpass.
Good hustle by the Eagles, though.
You like to see that effort. 9-6 Lady Eagles lead. Now Toccoa playing two liberos, so it's not an error. There are two libero jerseys. A change in the rules this year. And the swing there by Metzger earns the point. 10-6, Peyton back to serve.
This is the point in the set where you'd really like to see the Lady Eagles start to string together several points. Pulling ahead, already ahead by 4, but just extending that lead even more.
Set up, off the block, Whiting there, and that one lifted by Kinsey. Unintentionally, but the foul gives the point to Toccoa Falls. Metzger, Peyton, wide for Whiting, tipped over. She'll switch sides with Metzger. Here comes the swing. In the hands, played up, and Brooks will swing. In the middle, tipped, Peyton was there. Brooks with the bump set. Whiting finds the back line.
Great deep pocket there by Whiting. Just perfect placement. And once again, some great hustle by the Lady Eagles. Keeping that ball alive, scrambling, out of system play, but doing a good job of still executing an offense.
Toccoa with the swing and wide of the antenna. Metzger serving as the Lady Eagles lead 12-7. Dug up. Set in the middle, tipped over and down. Sly attack there from Schaus in the middle. That was a tough one to read. There wasn't much for the defense. Back set, Whiting, dug up, rolled over. Metzger with the pass to Peyton. There's Whiting again, and a net violation gives the Lady Eagles the point. (13-8), Brooks back to serve. Back set, blocked. Toccoa sets their offense up again through the block. Net violation though by the Lady Eagles.
You can certainly see for both of these teams starting to see the effects of having already played once today, for the Eagles having played last night as well.
Wide attack by Toccoa. Here's Ali on the right side, and she finds the court. 14-9. Now we've got a few more weeks until the NCCAA South Region Tournament. Just 4 teams in the South Region this year. Bob Jones, Pensacola, Toccoa Falls, and then Trinity. And so presumptively, You know, the Eagles having lost to Bob Jones earlier this season. This might be the 2-3 matchup that we see here in a few weeks as well.
And anytime you're playing a regional opponent, the quality of your win is going to be even more significant because you have such a history with these teams from season to season, but especially within the season. Knowing that you're going to see the same team again in a few weeks, the types of plays that you can execute, the type of win that you can potentially get, that's going to carry over into the next time that you see this team.
Some errors here from Toccoa have given the Lady Eagles a 17-9 lead. Whiting back to serve. Good serve there, high pass, set wide, tipped, Whiting, Peyton, there in the middle for Anderson, dug up, tipped over, Whiting is there. Peyton this time for Boyd, with the kill.
Boyd has a particularly quick approach and then also attack. And that quickness of her attack really gives her a lot of opportunities to get around a block or sometimes get right through the middle of a block that you wouldn't expect her to be able to get through.
That double block just can't quite close in time.
Yep.
It helps playing next to strong middles who maybe hold that middle block a little longer also. Whiting out of the back row. Did we find hands? No. Point for Toccoa. Good option there from Peyton. Brooks, Peyton, there's Anderson. Unable to handle that.
Beautiful pass by Brooks to set up that play.
And Lou will head back to serve. 19-10, Lady Eagles lead this second set. Blocked. Wide. Oh, and just falls on the Eagles' side. Couple of subs for Toccoa. Giberson and King re-entering. Whiting, Peyton, there's Metzger, big swing. Down the line, no touch seen, and point for Toccoa.
Those are those plays as a player. You know that sometimes the calls are going to work in your favor and against you when there is potentially a missed call. Part of the game, especially at this level where you don't quite have the luxury of having instant replay or anything like that. But as a player, that's part of the mental game. Just, maybe you can acknowledge that you think there was a missed call, but putting it behind you.
Yeah, Anderson got the kill on that last one, but gives it right back with that service error. 20-13. Lady Eagles lead in this second set. Gerard to serve. Lou, Peyton, wide for Metzger. Still up. Good job by Toccoa with the scramble. Quick set for Kinsey.
I love the option to go straight to a quick play there when you've forced a team out of system, and especially when you see them scrambling. The quicker that you can get the ball back to them with a strong offense, the better of an option that's going to be. So Peyton showing good play calling ability there.
Ooh, skims the tape. Toccoa able to get it over. Metzger out wide, off the hands of the block. And the free ball comes over. A deep free ball. Lou gets it up to Peyton. Back set for Whiting. Off some hands and scores. 22-13, Lady Eagles lead. How have they been able to stretch out this lead here in the second set?
We've seen them reduce the number of unforced errors. That's been a big part of it. But we've also seen them have some really good passes up to Peyton. Peyton's been able to run some really good offense.
Metzger, Peyton, and Kinsey scores. Boyd will enter for Lou, 23-14, as Metzger goes to serve. Klinger enters for Toccoa. 23-15 the lead in this second set. The Lady Eagles took set one, 25-14. Hope the overpass. It's all right. Got it right back and scores.
Great play from Kinsey following that missed serve. That's what you want to see to regain that momentum on your side. Just reestablish control of the set, the way that the set is going.
Lady Eagles with a set point here. Overpass Anderson, dug up by Toccoa. Blocked! Anderson, and that seals this second set, 25-15. We'll take a 5-minute break before set number 3.
Eagles fans, it's time for your in-between set game. Today we have 4 competitors competing in a pizza box serving challenge. Their goal is to hit one of the 6 boxes on the other side of the court from the direction they will be serving. If they do so, they will win a prize. Eagles fans, get on your feet and cheer them on as they compete to win a prize in the pizza box serving challenge. Adriana, you can take your first serve now. She hit the box. She wins a prize. Ashley, you're up next. A little short. Sophia, you're up next. Kind of splitting them. Soleil, you're up next now. The people that didn't serve get a second chance here. Adriana, since you won, we'll let you go. So Ashley, you're up next with your second serve. She obviously didn't like that ball. She wants a different one. So close. Sophia, you're up next. Soleil, you're up next. Eagles fans, cheer them on. This is the last chance they have at winning a prize here. Thank you all for participating. Adriana, congrats on winning your prize. And fans, I hope you enjoy the rest of this match. Let's go Eagles.
All right, welcome back. Set 3, Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles lead Toccoa Falls College 2-0 in this final match of the tri-match here in the Nest. Carrie, the Lady Eagles looking to finish it out here in set number 3. What do they need to do in order to make that happen?
I think the key area to focus on would just be reducing those unforced errors as far as missed serves. Missed serves probably being the biggest area to focus on. You know, other than that, the Eagles have looked good when they've been able to go back to the fundamentals to get those passes up. They're hitting well. They're having a lot of success. So if they can limit those unforced errors, I think we'll see them pull ahead to a larger lead much earlier than we have in the first 2 sets.
Dug up high, but that'll end up as an ace. Six aces for the Lady Eagles. That would be their 7th on the evening. A balanced attack across the board. 5 hitters for the Lady Eagles, all with at least 5 kills. Peyton with the deep serve, handled by Toccoa. Tight. And tight one there at the net, tipped over. Metzger read it well. Peyton gives it back to Metzger. Through the block and scores. Peyton to serve. Good one. That time off the hands of the Lady Eagles, point for Toccoa.
Here at the beginning of the set, you know, the Lady Eagles came out to a strong start with a strong serve, a strong attack. You want to see them immediately be able to take that back, which they weren't able to do with this particular play, but once again, you just want to regain that momentum as soon as you can, especially in a matchup against your regional opponent. If they can end this match well, that will be some good momentum to carry into the postseason.
And a ball comes onto the court there from the sideline. And we will restart.
And as a player, you don't like to see the rhythm of the play get interrupted like that, but I'm definitely thankful that that ball was caught and taken care of before anyone contacted it.
Whiting gets the swing there. Off the hands of Kinsey. Metzger, Peyton in the middle for Kinsey. Off the block of Toccoa. In the middle, tipped over, Metzger gets there. Back set for Whiting. Down the line and scores.
We're seeing Toccoa going to that tipping option more and more often, and that's because the Eagles have done such a good job of putting up a strong blocking presence. But as they go to that tipping option, you see Metzger especially wise to it, reading those well, anticipating those tips well.
That serve doesn't quite get over. And a 3-3 start here in this third set. Metzger to Peyton. Here's Boyd. Dug up. And Kinsey cleans up that overpass. And she'll exit as Brooks goes to serve. Good one there from Brooks. Finds the back line. Touch given, point for Toccoa Falls. Whiting. Peyton, here's Brooks. Brooks with the tip. I'm sorry, Boyd with the tip. Just didn't quite come off the net like Peyton anticipated. Toccoa Falls takes the 5-4 lead. Schaus with the serve. Whiting gives the free ball. In the middle, Whiting just a hair late on the block. And Toccoa falls with the lead. Lady Eagles unable to get their first offense there.
I think if we can see the Lady Eagles get a good pass up to Peyton, I think that will be key in swinging hard.
Anderson with a swing there, but
and we're seeing Toccoa Falls putting forward some good offense here, some good offensive attempts, having some success there. This is where, as the Lady Eagles, you want to be able to take the pace of the play into your own hands, having the opportunity for first offense, putting together a strong enough offense that doesn't give Toccoa the time to make their own play. And this is also the point as a coach. Obviously, you always have the opportunity, the option to call a timeout here. But as a coach, you want to be able to see your players make those on-court adjustments without having to use one of your timeouts.
Metzger, Peyton, here's Boyd. Deep and too deep. And it'll be a timeout. Toccoa with the early run here in this third set. We'll join you in just a moment. All right, Carrie, what are you looking for the Lady Eagles to kind of build on out of this timeout?
Just starting with the fundamental of getting a good pass up to the setter. That's something that they haven't quite been able to get a sharp pass up. It's been affecting their offense.
There's a good pass right here in the middle for Anderson. Tipped smartly.
Smart play from Anderson. We saw her putting that tighter to the net than what she often does, so I'm wise to that. Saw that hole. And this is the outcome that you want coming out of a timeout, right?
Earn the quick point back. Whiting with the serve. Rolled over, Boyd to Peyton. Right in the middle again for Anderson. There's that quick attack that I think they'd been looking for, and a good enough pass gets it done.
We haven't seen too much out of Anderson throughout this entire match, actually, so far. And I think that's largely because of the fact that we haven't been able to get too many good passes up to the setter to be able to run that quick offense using Anderson.
Gap has narrowed out of that timeout, 9-7. Good floater from Whiting. Back set. The block is there, down the line, and it's out. Taking away those options. Whiting will serve. Tipped over, Anderson was wise to it. Handled though, Toccoa. And the block earns the point. That's the response we wanted to see out of the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, and you know, I mentioned before Coach Oman called that timeout that you want to see your players be able to regroup on court without having to call that timeout. But if you do call a timeout, this is exactly the response that you want to see from your team.
Another one. Whiting with some great serves here.
Yep.
The consistency of being competitive with those serves.
But keeping them in play. And, you know, that's the balance that you want to find. You certainly want to apply pressure with your serves, but you also don't want to be losing points from your serves either.
Good swing there from Metzger in the back. The block was up. Whiting and Boyd gives the free ball. Good spot. And the swing comes from Toccoa off the block. Boyd gets it to Peyton. Back to Boyd. Oh, Anderson just misses the overpass. Kind of falling back away from the net. This match is tied in the third set, 10-10. Metzger to Peyton. Gets it wide to Boyd. Over the block. Out wide. Push deep. Metzger gets it. And we play on. Tipped deep. Metzger. Peyton. Anderson off the block, still in play. Brooks to Peyton. Wide to Boyd. What a kill!
What a kill from Boyd, but also the defensive play on the back row by the Eagles in that particular volley. You saw Whiting and Brooks and Metzger just doing an excellent job of not only defending the back, but you saw excellent communication between each one of them.
Lou with the serve. Off the hands of Anderson, dug up by a diving Brooks. Out, looking for the touch, none given. And it's a point for the Lady Eagles. Toccoa with the sub, and it'll be the Lady Eagles' Lou to serve. Out of the back row, into the net. 13-10, Lady Eagles on a 9-1 run.
Yep.
After that timeout. Good serve by Lou. And a free ball coming over. Brooks to Peyton. Quick set for Anderson. Just wide. 13-11, Lady Eagles lead.
We see for the Eagles right now, we see a strong serve-receive lineup here. We'll see if they're able to get that good, crisp pass up to Peyton.
Lou to Peyton. Wide for Metzger. Tipped. Still in play, but a free ball coming. Brooks to Peyton. Wide for Metzger. Yes, and she finds it. Down the line. Anderson to serve. Off the hands, Anderson gets there. Kinsey with the tip, and it's back over, Whiting to Peyton. Wide for Metzger. Tipped. Oh, not quite over.
You know, that tip from Kinsey earlier in that play, she was very convincing with her approach. I don't know if she was planning to go to her tipping option or not, but certainly I think that strong approach looked like she was going to make a full swing at it, keeping Toccoa Falls on their toes.
Lou, Peyton misplayed a bit there. And Toccoa narrows the gap to 1. 14-13, back and forth, third set. Whiting up high. Peyton gives it to Metzger. Big swing off the block and out.
We've seen some really strong serves from Peyton. This would be a great opportunity for her to string some of those together.
too long, and it'll be a point back for Toccoa. Peyton, Brooks, and Lou in the back. Metzger, Kinsey, Whiting in the front. Metzger off the right side. Tipped. Metzger was ready. Peyton gives it to Metzger. Off the defender, out of bounds.
Some solid swings for Metzger throughout that entire rotation on front row for her.
With the serve. And the swing comes over. Whiting on the right side. Toccoa off the right side. Off the net. Boyd with the kill. Little off speed there, rolled.
Finding that middle of the court so well, though. That's such a vulnerable spot. That's one that really, you know, you're relying on your block to cover, but Boyd managing to work around the block there.
Metzger deep and too deep. And the unforced errors continue to plague the Lady Eagles. 17-15, though, they lead in this third set. Boyd stops just in time, and we play on. Up in the middle. Up high for Boyd. Rolled. Oh, what a spot.
Boyd playing so smart throughout that play. You know, when you are diving toward the center line, it is very difficult to stop that momentum. But doing that, she was able to do that, but then also getting herself right back into position to make herself a good hitting option for Peyton.
Brooks with the serve. Blocked, but out of bounds. A little late getting there, and so point goes to Toccoa. Schaus with the serve. Oop, low. Brooks ends up getting it over. Brooks gets it over again. And Anderson kills the overpass. Lady Eagles fortunate there, not able to get a good offense off to earn that point. Whiting to serve. Too long, no touch, and the Lady Eagles take a 20-16 lead. Whiting with 4 aces through the first 2 sets. She's had some good serves here in this third set as well, when the Lady Eagles needed it out of that timeout earlier. Peyton wide for Boyd, off the hands of the block, dug up by Toccoa. Tight. And we'll have to go with the free ball. A swing out. 21-16. Lady Eagles digging deep in this third set. Tight. Still up. Boyd. Blocked. Point for the Lady Eagles.
Good play by the front row there. Keep that ball in play.
Boyd probably wanted that kill, but she gave it a little bit of an easier push and ended up in a block for Anderson. Still up, and the Lady Eagles will set up their offense. Right there for Anderson.
Once again, such a quick play there. And
I think she was jumping before the set
yep.
even came from Peyton. Whiting, another good one. Toccoa unable to get offense going off these Whiting serves. Ooh, and that one too wide.
You see that, an
on that far
uncharacteristic mishit by Peyton there, but Whiting doing such a good job of getting the Eagles back into a rhythm there with strong serves, but also serves that were in, giving her team the opportunity to play.
All right, we're seeing Miranda Knox come in. She'll be setting for the Lady Eagles. Michaela Kinney into the front row. Knox up high for Kinney. Off the bench and scores.
And always a difficult task to come straight in and swing hard. But that's what they asked of Kinney, and able to do that very successfully.
And it'll be the senior captain, Grace Slew, back to serve to close out this match. Right in the middle, and Toccoa will set up their offense. Liu up to Knox. In the middle for Anderson, tipped over. Played by Toccoa. They're in the middle, avoiding the block, they score. 24-18.
Knox with some big hitters on this front row. We'll see if the Eagles are able to end this match with a big play opportunity for the first offense, and that would be a good way to end this match.
Annabelle King serving for Toccoa. Brooks tight, too tight. Ended up as an overpass.
We didn't get that emphatic play on the last play. Perhaps this one. Once again, the Lady Eagles looking for that strong finish.
Short. And an ace. 24-20. Toccoa still fighting. There it is, Brooks to Knox. Wide for Metzger. Down the line and out. Point for Toccoa, 24-21. Liu, Knox, there's Anderson. And that years-old connection paying off for the Lady Eagles, 25-21. They take
We would
this
like
third
to thank
set.
the Andrews Institute
A great
for providing
match today
team
from the Lady
physicians,
Eagles.
Dr.
Some closing
Adam
thoughts,
Anns
Carrie.
and Dr.
You know, this was
Travis
a mentally demanding weekend, playing last night, having two matches again today against opponents that the Eagles at this point are very familiar with. So I think that they can be happy with how they performed throughout the weekend. Certainly a lot to be proud of. Areas to work on as well, but cleaning up those unforced errors, something that is an easy point of emphasis to focus on for the next couple of weeks as they look to head into the second half of their season.
Yeah, we saw some great play from the Lady Eagles this weekend, and we will see them again next Saturday. We hope you'll join us for that, and thank you for joining us for today's Tri-Match. Have a good one.